Welcome to round 4 of the Parenting Roundabout podcast for the week of April 15th. I'm Catherine Aleko, and I'm here with Terry Morrow.
Hello.
And Nicole Eridix.
Hello.
As moms of teens and young adults, we've survived those little kid days, and yet we're still rethinking the decisions we made all through our kids' lives and worrying about what's going on right now. Today's Thursday, which means it's time to give in to our obsessing about parenting details, big and small. And today's obsession, we decided we'll talk about our kids' obsessions.
Hey.
So do they become our obsessions? Are they things, do we indulge them and let them have these obsessions, or do we kind of try to reel them in? You can draw your own conclusion from the fact that I drove into a different time zone with my child to visit an airplane museum and spend like 6 hours walking around looking at airplanes in 4 gigantic rooms. So there you go.
Yeah. Well, but that's a possible career leading to obsession, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. We usually give in. Well, as you know, we're in the middle of one great big obsession right now with my daughter.
Yes.
I'm trying to help her maintain her sanity. It's not going too well.
Yeah.
Your own is also at stake.
Exactly.
Oh, man.
But yeah, we do tend to indulge our kids' obsessions.
Yeah.
Well, I think because it's, at least for my son, in terms of airplanes, or, back in the day, it might have been the Broadway show, The Lion King, or whatever it is. They read books about it. They, when they're watching their YouTube, they're watching it about that. When it's their Halloween costume, it's their science fair project. Like it becomes part of the way that they're learning about other things. So you can use it to your advantage.
Yes. This has always been my argument. My son has been obsessed by keys since he was just the tiniest little kid. I would take him to early intervention, and he would walk around the waiting room with the parents and take their keys and look at them. He's been fascinated by them. And at various times I've been told by, learned professionals with degrees that they were bad for him and that I had to make him stop, that it was, the obsession was not good. It was unhealthy. It would hold him back. And I'm like, what? This kid barely communicates. I have one door in. Why am I going to close and lock that? Are you kidding me? He will do things. They motivate him. I remember going to, I don't know if I've told this story before, but I took him to a sensory integration specialist, and she won my heart when I told her that he liked keys, and so he was resisting doing something, and she threw the keys on that object, and he went right onto it. So it's like, yes, somebody else gets it. Thank you. He's in his mid-20s now, and he's still fascinated with keys. He has recently learned that he can buy large boxes full of them on eBay. So he bought a box of 250 or 300, and now he wants to buy a box of 1,000. So he already has a ridiculous number of keys. We found we could buy them online from online locksmiths. So he's been buying them there, and now he's buying them in bulk. And you know what? There are worse things that a boy his age could be spending money on. So if it's interesting to him and he likes it, I have things that I like that other people think are ridiculous too. We all do. Everybody does. Come on. But that's... the sort of fixating obsessions with kids with disabilities tend to be something that people target, and it's not right.
Which is really, because I think about my son, and his obsessions, they were seen in a positive light. It was like, he's passionate and he's immersed. And it's so that's a whole other conversation for another time. But it definitely wasn't seen as a negative. In fact, it was encouraged. And then we encouraged it too.
Yes.
Heck, we're still encouraging it. My daughter wants to take photos in Iceland. And so guess where her and my husband are going this summer. It's like it's extreme sometimes. It doesn't happen all the time, but every once in a while we give in to the extreme requests.
Yeah. But it's exciting to see your kid excited about something. You know? It's really, when there's something that really lights them up, it's extremely gratifying, I think, to be able to be a part of that in whatever way you can. You know, and it can be such a source of communication and such a source of bonding. You know, if they are willing to let you into it a little bit.
Right.
So, man, why, I don't understand why you would. I mean, if it's something, I mean, I suppose there could be things that actually would be unhealthy or dangerous. But even there, you know, you try to find a way to make it work.
Yeah, like I mean, right now, sort of on the downside of it is that my daughter's spending a considerable amount of time obsessing about college, as we've talked about numerous times here.
Oh, gee, is she looking at college?
And I can see her, you know, the decline in her kind of optimism and positivity. I mean, I'm getting daily messages of screenshots of people who have gotten into this college that she wants to go to. And she's like, see, they've got in and they're from California. So I'm trying not to give into that. And I'm trying to be the opposite. Like, okay, well, you know, let's think about something else. And
right.
In the meantime, I'm obsessing about it myself. And anyway, it's just so horribly stressful. So yes, that's an example of something I don't want to give into because I don't want to make her feel worse.
Right. Yeah, I guess there are negative obsessions for real. But
her mental health is definitely declining, that's for sure.
Oh no, this is so bad.
Keep it afloat.
It's
a horrific process.
Yeah, well then if there's something, you know, healthy and upbeat like photography, you want to go all in on it.
Right? And that's the thing, because that whole Iceland thing was just a pipe dream of hers until about a month ago. And, you know, we were like, yeah, right. Okay. As if we're going to do that type thing. But then, and my husband was holding off on, you know, planning and stuff because it was like, that's not really a reality. But now in the last month, we're kind of like, you know what? She might need something to look forward to. So, and she loves photography and she loves traveling. And so, if this is going to, it's not just let's go, you know, indulge her in all this wonderful stuff. It's about taking her and getting her to focus on her positive attributes because she's a great photographer.
Yeah.
Right? So it's getting her, like what, you know, Catherine did going to the airplane museum and your son with the keys. It's like you're encouraging them happy and helps them grow as people. So.
Yeah, I keep trying to make something productive out of his obsession, you know, like, how about if you, you know, wrote a blog about your keys or, you know, start up a little shop where you would put keys together and then sell them to other kids who are obsessed with keys. And he's like, no, it's just, he wants to deal with it just exactly the way he deals with it, you know?
Yeah.
So, okay, you know, whatever makes you happy, I guess. Photography is a good thing, though. That's something that could, you know, theoretically be valuable in real life with some encouragement.
Yeah, I mean, it's a hobby of hers, but it's something that she gets recognized for and she often gets paid to do. So
that's awesome.
You know, it's something that she definitely, it's a positive attribute.
And honestly, not something you have to get into a particular college to succeed at either.
No, not at all. So
yeah.
So that's kind of that's been our latest kind of yes, we have given in, but for
definitely, yeah. Well, you know, we expect people to indulge our obsessions, I guess.
Yeah, like listening to this podcast.
Or like doing a podcast that.
Yeah.
Despite questionable listenership, thank you for tolerating our obsession there. Anybody who's listening to this, anybody at all? Hello.
Well, let's hope that they come back and listen to more of our
We would like to become your
keep
obsession.
Obsessing. So please keep obsessing about our podcast.
So that we may keep obsessing as well. Indulge us, will you?
Yes. And that's it for today's round 4. Tune in tomorrow when we'll share our roundup of things we've been using or enjoying lately that we think deserve a shout out. find all our episodes at parentingroundabout.com and talk back in the comments there, on our Facebook page, or on Twitter, where you'll find us at Roundabout Chat.